Hello. Hey. Hi. Hope everyone's doing well this New Year's Day, and for some parts of the world still New Year's Eve. Wow. It has been a year. It has definitely been a year. I decided not to wear my jacket this stream just because I don't know, I thought I would quote unquote dress down a little bit. But I thought, to commemorate the new year, I'm just gonna chat for a little bit about like what I have planned for the upcoming year, reflecting back on like how the last year was and all that. I'm obviously, since I'm in Japan, I'm already in the next year already. So I don't know. We'll just talk about random stuff to commemorate the fact that we're finally in a new year. One thing I was really surprised about, I don't know if it's because everyone's getting older and people are getting more mature or not, but I barely saw any "see you next year" jokes. I was very, very happy about that. And it was going pretty well. Like, I didn't see no one IRL said it to me. No one on Twitter was saying it, at least for the people I follow. And all was good until I had a chat with my friends like an hour or two ago. And one of them, I was like, all right, I gotta go, guys. I got stuff to do. And one of them went, all right, see you next year. And I wanted so badly to smack him through the screen. I did. But I didn't. I held back. So yeah, we were almost there. We almost got out scot-free, but we didn't. So anyway, so 2022 for me was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of all over the place in a weird way. Like, there were a lot of things that happened that I definitely was not ready for, and there were a lot of things that happened that at the same time like completely changed my life. Like, for instance, I've been in Japan for about 3 months now, and I never thought I was going to be in another country for as long as I lived. So being here now is like a huge step for me, at least, and it's crazy to think about. I had a couple life-changing experiences over the course of 2022, both for good and for bad. And coming in the next 2 months, I'll be completely done with school, which took up pretty much every waking moment of my existence for a majority of the time I've been here, So finally being done with that is going to be a shock. And technically, like, the summer of 2022 was like my last proper full-on school business, in the sense that right now in Japan, while I'm doing my exchange program, it's sort of, I don't know, I wouldn't count it as like a full-on school thing. I'd count it more as like a victory lap in a way, because I'm in a different country doing different things, still learning, still in school, still have to like do assignments and things, but it's not as like strict, or what's a better word? I don't have as many things to do as often. It's more relaxed. So yeah. But other than that, obviously I started this, and I've been having a ton of fun just streaming. Even if I'm screaming into the void, I don't care. I have fun doing what I'm doing. This is a huge creative outlet, as I mentioned before. And obviously I want to improve. So that's one of the main goals. I'm gonna like do a proper resolution list. I have that set up, so I'll get to that in a bit. But just to kind of shorthand, that is one of the goals for sure, is to improve, increase the quality of everything, because even if it's just for me, like, I want things to be better. I always want things to be better. So the switch from 2022 to 2023 for me, because we already did our New Year's here in Japan, wasn't actually that crazy. It's weird to say. I had a wonderful call with my parents because they wanted to celebrate New Year's with me. And we talked and we chatted about different things, and that was a highlight. So right when New Year's hit, they celebrated with me, so I'm happy to have them around. But that was like the big thing that happened. Other than that, I ended up sleeping through most of December 31st. I feel like that's true for a lot of people though. I don't know. For me, my sleep schedule I've mentioned has been pretty butchered. So I haven't been able to adapt to, waking up at a normal time like a normal human being. Probably because of this. But honestly, I don't really care because I still have some free time before I have to do school stuff again. I say school stuff like it's impactful, but it's really not. It doesn't mean I'm not busy because I'm always busy, but at least right now we're sort of in a lull, which is nice. But at the same time, 2023 is fast approaching, if not already here. For most of the world, it's already here. It's really just the United States that's awfully slow. Well, the United States and parts of South America as well, and Canada, and Mexico, and Alaska. The western half. Everybody else is already here and celebrating the new year. But that's besides the point. We're celebrating EST, which is my actual time zone back home. I'm from the East Coast, if it wasn't clear. And yeah, so we're gonna be celebrating the EST New Year, just to celebrate at least one New Year out of the 24 or more, depending on how time zones work. I know there's some like half hour and quarter hour time zones, which is freaky as all get out to me. But as it stands, we're just gonna chill and talk about things that I have planned for what we're gonna do for the new year. It's gonna be this stream's gonna be somewhat short because it's really just it's really just a quick countdown and then celebrating and doing all that sort of stuff. I don't want to drag on too long because hate to be that person, but there's always something I have to do during the weekend, and I'm busy today too. So this little stream will at least it's a transition point between the last week of 2022 and the first week of 2023, and I wanted to at least commemorate it to some degree. So we're here doing that, and I hope I talk about some good stuff because there's some fun things that I've had rattled in my brain for a little bit that I wanted to talk about. I want the first thing I want to get off my chest is that I want 2023 to be a year at least where I grow somewhat. Not in the way that you think. Like I really am not a numbers person. I am happy with what I have and I'm happy with what I've accomplished. But by grow, I mean like get better at all the things that I've been working on so far. Get better at streaming, get better at playing games, get better at video editing, content creation. Just improve my general repertoire of skills. I think that's the first like huge thing that I really want to do, and not only that, like just expand my creative horizons because I've been doing a lot and I'm having fun with as much as I'm doing, but I still feel like I'm not doing enough. And I want to improve on that. I really do. So I'm hoping that for 2023, because it's a full year, I'm not starting this whole thing at the end like I did for for 2022. I started late November, so I really only gave myself a month and a half to get everything organized and really start to work towards this stuff. 2023 is a full year, so starting when that clock changes over right there, which technically I've already started. I want to keep doing what I'm doing, but get better and better and do more and do different things and all that. So that's the main goal. That's like 100%. That's what I want to do. I want to keep doing this. I want to keep doing this well. I want to get better at doing this. And I hope you'll follow me along in that journey, at least. For everyone who has so far, I just want to say thank you, honestly, so much. It's very rare for me to like thank people or be humbled or anything like this, because I'm a very reserved person. And I'm not good with compliments. I'm not good with people supporting me for stuff. I've just never been that way. But even on like on Twitter, on Twitch, it doesn't matter, on my YouTube channel and my YouTube channels now, because I've updated that. For everyone who's even given me like a femtosecond of like tuning in and saying hey, or even just popping in for a brief second, like, honestly, thank you so much, because this whole thing is just like a passion project for me. That's really what it is. And to even get people to come by and spend some time with me is honestly amazing and super flattering, and I really thank everyone so much for that. I really do. And on that same note, I'm hoping that in 2023 I can do more with what I have. So, with that being said, I wanted to at least write this down. So I have a notepad here, and I have a little text box that I can put some resolutions on. So we're gonna figure this out as I go. I don't know how long this list is gonna be. We'll see. But I hope I'm essentially leaving this here as a time capsule to like give me some ideas to put down and say these are the things that I definitely want to do, or at least I plan on doing, and I'll see in a year's time, if I'm still here after a year, whether or not I've accomplished these goals. And I hope I do. I really do, because I've had a lot of fun doing what I've been doing so far, and I want to continue that. So goal number 1, as I've already said, is going to be to just, you probably hear the typing, I'm not sure if you do, is going to be to improve my streams. So like do different stuff. Oh, I didn't mean to hit tab. Get better looking assets. That's the idea, at least. Oh, that's cutting right off the screen. Oopsie. And that's also cutting off the screen. And come up with some wow, I cannot type, cool ideas. So that's essentially the first idea, is like just do cooler stuff with my streams. I honestly, like, I always have the games to fall back on, obviously, because video gaming is like, yeah, obviously everybody games. Gaming's fun. It's fun to watch people play games. I would know, I've been doing it since I was like super young. But I don't want to just do that. I want to do more interesting stuff. As you can see, I already gave that a test with the Minecraft stream, which I was not expecting to go for 9 hours. And for anyone who actually stuck through that whole thing, wow, you're a trooper. Because, man, I watched the whole VOD back. Yes, I actually watched the whole VOD back. And For one, I cannot believe that I lasted that long. And two, am I that bad? Am I am I that bad at Minecraft? I guess I really am. So that's another thing, I guess, is to just, you know, get better at Minecraft. Because I want to play more Minecraft, and I'm sure I'll have that planned out. I might actually do it this first week coming up. Who knows? But we'll see. I have some ideas for like what I want to do for the first week. I'll talk about that right at the end, just to give a sort of a preview of what I'm going to post on the schedule later. But yeah, so that's my first resolution, is just improve my streams in general. I don't want to get bored of me, if you know what I mean. I like doing what I do, but I have so many ideas being thrown around in my head that I'm not sure what I'm going to end up executing and what it'll all be like. But for what I've done so far, I'm happy, and I want to keep doing what I've been doing so far. I just want to add more onto it. For the second point, I think I set this in my debut stream, but I want to meet new people. I'm already very grateful to everyone who I've talked to so far, whether it be on even the brief little notices on Twitter, or the people who have hopped in chat and said hello. I'm really happy that everyone who is here, and I'm grateful for that. But I always want to meet new people, because there's a ton of really awesome people in this whatever you would call it, virtual YouTuber, no, VTuber, whatever, community. Fantastic artists, fantastic entertainers, super cool people, super chill people. And I don't know, I like making friends, and it would be nice to meet new people. On top of that, learn how Twitch works. One second. Learn how Twitch works, and do raids and hosts and such. Because I don't know, I've been on Twitch at least for less than a month, and I'm still coming to terms with how the platform works. Just because like a lot of people I know who have started on Twitch were active Twitch users before they started using it as a streaming platform. But there's a couple of people who, like myself, who just have never fully engaged with the platform at all. And yeah, it's alien looking. It really is, all of it. As someone who's come from YouTube and knows what that's like, 100%. It's weird to come to Twitch and have all these new things. But I want to take what I have and share it, because it's always wonderful to share. And eventually, I want to, give back, because there's been a lot of people who have been very supportive, even though I'm still the smallest of the small in terms of what I've been up to. But I eventually want to give back to them, because I never feel content with just saying, oh, thanks, and that's it. It feels like it's not enough, So I eventually want to give back to them, and that's why I want to learn more about how Twitch works. I've already figured out some of the chat situation, but as you've heard throughout a couple of my streams, I'm having issues getting everything just right. I always do say better safe than sorry, but it is a little saddening to see someone who is really engaging just get timed out because the bots are too aggressive. So I'm still working with that too. But yeah, those are the two really big, really active ones that I want to make sure I can do. I think I can come up with two more just to get an idea. Build a community. I think that's a good one. I'd say so at least. Like, again, I'm still not a numbers person, and I honestly don't care. But I'll always say the more the merrier. So the more people come by and say hello, or the more people are just honestly just the more people who just even if they don't chat, like just visit and watch along and have a good time. That's honestly all I care about. I just want to be in a very direct way, like entertaining, to put it succinctly. But at the same time, like, if I can make someone's day brighter, I've accomplished everything I need to. And I'll probably always say that. If I can make someone's day brighter, then I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. And seriously, that's all that I would love to do. I haven't said this directly, but I'll say it now. I do not care for self-promotion. I obviously want people to see like what I've done, so I'll direct to my other socials all the time. Like that's not an issue. But I don't like self-promotion. I don't like being an attention whore. I've never liked being an attention whore. So I'll never say like, oh, please follow and subscribe and do all these things, because that just it feels icky. It's always felt icky. And I just never want to be that person. I always want to just be fun and engaging, thank people for their time, thank people for engaging with me, and just, be grateful for what I have. Because it's less about what I want and more about what I can do. And honestly, if I stay small, oh well, I'm happy with that. So trust me, much like anyone else, I would love to hit it big. I'm sure everyone would love to hit it big. But as it stands right now, this is a passion project. I wasn't expecting to even get this far, so again, I appreciate everything. But I don't want to ever come off as disingenuous. I always want to be entertaining for the sake of being entertaining. I always want to be engaging and friendly for the sake of being engaging and friendly, not to try to get something out of people or anything like that. And I'm not downplaying anyone who is like that, because trust me, living's hard, and making a living off of creative endeavors is also very hard. So if you need to do that, don't worry, it's part of the process. But for me at least, it just doesn't feel right. So I don't think I'll ever be like that, and I want to try to grow everything organically. If at all I grow, I want to do it organically. And so far, I feel like I've done that. I do. I'm a bit chaotic, and I will admit that, and reorganizing and changing things as I've been going. So that kind of has shaken things up somewhat. But if I can keep consistent and I can keep just doing what I'm doing, I honestly don't care how big a community I get, as long as there is a community. Because I don't find an issue with yelling into the void. I've done it pretty much my entire life. I talk to myself. That's like 90% of my days I talk to myself. So this is really no different. But having people come along and even just say, hi, how's it going? Or, wow, this game's cool. Or, wow, etc., etc. Different things. That's just so awesome. And, it's a community, and I appreciate every single person. So, to get a little bit more detail on what I mean by build a community, I want to do that Discord server that I've been working on. It's still painful because I want it to be just right, and I want everything to be set up so it's solid. But this is really what I want to do. I can't spell to save my life. There we go. I've done those typing tests, and I'm not super fast, so pardon some of the scuff from the bad typing. And the last thing I want to do as a resolution is Creative endeavors. So let's throw in music, art, I don't know, editing, etc. 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 That's a new one. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think those are good resolutions. Let me shift this over just a bit so that it doesn't look horrid. I notice I say certain words a lot, and I said horrid a lot in the Minecraft stream. But yeah, I think those are good resolutions. Just a sort of spitball idea of what I want to do. The creative endeavors bit, I mentioned a couple times. I think I especially mentioned it when I was building the Christmas tree. I'm very much a creative type. I wouldn't consider myself a burnout, as is a trend these days, where people who did well in school or, you know, like have had those creative abilities, which I'm not. I won't say I'm great at any one thing. I'm pretty good at a lot of things, but I'm not great at any one thing. At least I don't think I am. But at the same time, like, I'm not a burnout in the sense of I have all these creative things and I don't know what to do with them. I'm more of I have a million things I want to do, and I just don't have the time or energy to dedicate to all of them, so I have to pick and choose. But yeah, like, the whole Blender thing, I picked it up and I'm still doing it. So that's a nice thing. But it's sort of a secondary thing because streaming is the primary one right now. Trust me, the Minecraft stream, for how scuffed it was in places, took me a solid day and a half to get everything set up for. Like, after I did the... What was my Wednesday stream? I actually don't even remember. Wow, why do I really not remember my Wednesday stream? Was it Isaac? Was it Isaac? No, it was Universe Sandbox, that's right. We had a ton of fun on that one. See what I mean by bad memory? But yeah, after I finished the Universe Sandbox stream, literally, like, going into the next day, I was working on that Minecraft stream to get everything adjusted and set up. It wasn't just the Minecraft stream. I was doing other stuff on top of that, like editing my Streamlabs setup, planning for the YouTube channels, and continuing to set up that Discord server and all that. But yeah, this is sort of my primary creative focus for right now. But in 2023, I don't want it to be the sole thing that I do. I want to pick music back up again. It's not like I've dropped it, but I haven't really done anything with it for a while. I want to do something with it. So we'll see where that gets me. And I want to make YouTube content for once. I'm fine with the shorts. I'm having fun with the shorts. They're very quick. I can usually make them in about 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes 4 if it has a bit of extra editing and needs some extra subtitles. But I like doing them. And they're quick and they're fun highlights, and yeah, they're good. But that plus the streaming are fine, but I also want to add music onto that because I am a musician. I love music. I want to play music. I want to do music. So I'll see what I can manage with that in the future, and maybe I'll come to something that's fun and, is good for me at least, so I can properly take that creative outlet and do something with it. Because I love music, I do. You probably heard from the Minecraft stream, I finally got Spotify hooked up, so we can work with that. I'm gonna be using stock music and Game Chops, which wonderful music remixes, as you're hearing now, for most of my streams. But if there's ever a dull moment, or I want to throw something different over the top, I have that option too. And I've figured out how to switch the audio. But Anyway, that's off topic. Yeah, the music thing is definitely a thought that I want to execute on. So we'll see where we get with that. Art I don't know. If I get better at 3D stuff, I think that in its own way is really cool. So I might focus on that. I'd still love to draw. Trust me. But it's very difficult. And again, I appreciate everyone who actually can draw. It's genuinely cool to watch people draw. But I can't. I am not a good artist. I am okay with graphic design, and I'm okay with 3D modeling, but other than that, sorry, I'm itching my eye because it's suddenly started itching. Anyway, yeah, if I get better at 3D, I think that's gonna be my main source of art. Like Blender is a good pickup. I can do more with like stuff like Vroid Studio. That's another idea, because I can use that as sort of like a baseline and then work with it from there, because texturing and such is also a bit of art in a way. And I've already mentioned editing. For the stream-wise, which is a creative endeavor, and anyone who says that streaming isn't creative is not doing it right. I want to theme stuff, if you know what I mean. Like, I still want to run the standard schedule, 4 streams a week. Weekend is whatever main game on the thing, but like, I want Monday to be its own themed thing. I want Wednesdays to be their own themed thing. Sort of like that. And then maybe at one point, Chainsaw Dennis. I have not seen Chainsaw Dennis. I've read Chainsaw Dennis. But I know it's good. I'll tell you that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I want streams to be at least somewhat themed. So we'll see what happens with that. But at one point, I don't know, maybe I can do like a full month of a specific kind of content or something. So who knows? It's just ideas to throw down, because, you know, there's always something new that I can accomplish with what I have, and I'm never happy with what I have. I always want to improve. Remember when Dennis said it's chainsaw time and turned into a chainsaw? That was a good moment. Anyway, but yeah, like there's so much that can be done in a year, and that's the hope, is, I don't know, to expand my horizons both creatively and stream wise, and see where we get with that. But that's sort of the resolutions I have. We have, what was that, 24 minutes left before EST New Year's. So what else can we talk about? I mentioned that I was chatting with a couple friends beforehand, and one of them said, "See you next year," and I wanted to slap him. But Monica's best girl was Chainsaw Dennis Udon. Yes, I do remember that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes. So we were chatting, because it's always good to catch up with friends, and they ended up playing Mario Party, because absolutely wonderful time to play Mario Party. And it was very chaotic. So that was essentially their New Year's Eve. They're still waiting to celebrate New Year's as well. I feel like they're probably still playing right now. I haven't checked. But for me, I don't know. I added a couple of my friends who I'm here in Japan with, and asked them if they would go out to dinner, and they ghosted me, so I didn't really do all that much. It's sort of been a normal week in a way. I don't know. Like I mentioned at the start that my sleep schedule is all over the place, and it is. It's most certainly is. So, honestly, if I can add another resolution onto the top of all of these, it would definitely be like getting my sleep in order. I mentioned on my Twitter that I'm nocturnal, and it got really bad, to the point where, what was it, yesterday? If I could even call it yesterday, I was up overnight, the whole night. And then I slept midday, through the entire day. And I'm pretty sure I woke up at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. this, like, Japanese, JST. Which, you know, not a fantastic schedule to have. So maybe in the new year, once I get back into the swing of things, I can properly adjust that. But who knows? Who knows? Anyway, let's see. So we have about 20 minutes. I mentioned, I think I touched on the whole, like, getting something for a full month idea. And I have been thinking about that. It's been rattling around in my brain for a while. I could pick a month sometime this year to do at least semi-interesting something or other. But it would be a bit difficult, purely because I would have to plan everything out in advance. Like, planning per week isn't too bad. I sort of throw the idea together as I go. I'm sort of winging it. But if I was to plan out a whole month, I would have to really think about, like, what I wanted to do each week. Like, this Monday I do this Wednesday I do this, and etc., etc., etc. But I have some ideas. And if I had to pick any month to do something special, I don't know, maybe like sometime in spring, maybe like March or April or something. I don't know. I feel like that would be fun because you could like, if I did a full month that's themed around something, you could see instead of just a weekly schedule, it would be a monthly schedule, and you could see everything that I'm doing. And I feel like that would be really interesting. Maybe I could tie it in with something else. Who knows? Ideas for that are sparse, to give a little idea of what I mean. It's not like I don't have any ideas, but it would take me a while to set up. Another thing that would take me a while to set up, and is still taking me a while to set up, is the Discord server. As I mentioned a couple times. I can just post it now, to be completely honest, because it's already, like, somewhat decently set up. But if you've ever been on Discord servers for other communities, regardless of what they are, it could be gaming, it could be other content creators, stuff like that, they're very clean, and I like that. I like the fact that they're clean. Everything's like partitioned off in specific areas. And when you join, there's like a onboarding process, and you only see stuff in one specific chat. And I want to figure out how to do all that. So I'm getting everything organized, but I want certain things to be set up a certain way, and it's taking much longer than I want because, again, I'm a perfectionist, and I want something to at least be of a degree of quality before I just randomly post it willy-nilly. I mentioned that a couple times too. I don't like sharing stuff that I think is subpar, because it feels like I haven't put my all into it. And there have been a couple things that I haven't put my all into, for sure. It's difficult to put 100% of effort behind every single thing you do. But not putting any effort behind stuff, or putting like the bare minimum, just doesn't feel right. So I always want stuff to be somewhat polished before I do anything with them. Which is why some stuff takes a while for me, at least I think it takes a while. Anyway, there's more to that sort of train of thought, but I think I'll leave it there for now, because I can talk about that as I go with the Discord server. I don't know. For 2023, I'm gonna spend a good 2/3 of it still in Japan. So if I don't really do all that much while I'm here, I'll feel a little ashamed of myself, honestly. So I kind of haven't done that much to begin with, and people would probably yell at me for squandering an opportunity like this, but as it stands right now, it's the rainy season, and it stays that way for quite some time. So there really isn't much to do. But maybe when springtime comes, there'll be more adventures to be had out here. So who knows? Anyway, there are a lot of things that I can do in the span of a year, and come around, I'm going to say August, September, around there is when I'm going to be returning back home. So we'll see where everything stands around that time. And I might have to, properly take a small break to get everything situated. That's still a while in the future for sure. But the plan is there. I might also have to do that sometime in late February, early March, because there's another life reorganizing situation going on where I'm switching from one program to another program. But that's besides the point. So it's just sort of like throwing the ball out there and saying, hey, this is going to happen. So, but if I can keep steady with mostly everything, I think that'll be a solid accomplishment. As always, yeah, keeping steady is honestly the most difficult part of anything. Keeping on a regimen and keeping scheduled. Thankfully, I try to be scheduled, at least to a certain degree. I try to do specific things on the same day every time. For instance, it is Sunday, so I have errands I have to run, which I always have errands I have to run on Sundays, unless it's holidays, which then it becomes Monday. But you get the idea. Being scheduled is just a part of being organized, and I like being organized. I also don't like clutter that much, so whenever I do stuff with streaming, I want to keep things semi-decently clean. And as it stands right now, I kind of put everything together a little hastily for New Year's, and it still looks a little cluttered. But it's okay. I'm fine with it. This chatting screen is really just so I can only chat. It's just this one special time that I have everything here. The Christmas tree will be gone, and the snow will be gone, and you probably won't hear this Christmas music anymore in the following week. Sad, I know. But we're leaving the holiday season and we're moving on to the new year, so it would feel weird to keep everything up. I know there's people who keep up their Christmas trees for months, and why? But anyway, yeah. So other than that, there's not really much to chat directly about that isn't related to the new year. I could obviously talk about random jargon and stuff I've seen on Twitter, but that's boring. Who cares about that sort of stuff? I'm sure Twitter would love to care about that sort of stuff, but yeah. So on that same topic of line of thought of what we're gonna do. So the Minecraft stream that I did on Friday was insane, for me at least. By the end of that, I was really holding out for a hero, and then I got my hopes dashed in the span of about 30 seconds because I wasn't paying attention and everything fell apart. But you know what? It was so all over the place that it really probably wasn't going to end any other way. So, will I do that challenge again? No, I will never do that challenge again. That was hell on earth. Probably because I'm horrible at beating Minecraft in a short period of time unless I have a set seed. That plus luck sucks. So, anyway. So, but I will say, for all the pain that Minecraft stream gave me, it was really, really fun to play Minecraft like that properly. So I think starting the new year, at least once a week, if not once every other week, I'm probably gonna play a a Minecraft survival world, I think. I think that'll be fun. And I can use that as to show off some builds that I can probably come up with on the spot. Because that's my main passion when it comes to Minecraft. Like, the survival part's fine and all, but if you were to hand me a pickaxe or hand me a stack of wooden planks and said either go into the mines or make a house, I'd make a house. And I don't know, architecture's fun. I could also learn a couple things like redstone and, you know, different stuff. But I've been playing Minecraft for a long time, so it's just minor things. I'm not a professional by any means. I just like the game. So that's an idea. Other stuff that I've been having fun with over the past month is Binding of Isaac, so I might pick that up occasionally. That has been fun. And I have, if you noticed, on usually Wednesdays, I've been sort of picking and placing a bunch of the quick games and chatting stuff. I want Wednesdays to be more of a variety sort of day, which is the idea going forward. And if I do like short one-off games and stuff, it's gonna be on Wednesday most of the time. Whereas the main like single player series, whatever I do is gonna be on the weekends, and then whatever running series I want is gonna be on the Monday. Because Monday's a fun stream. But yeah, that's sort of the what I meant by theming with streams. And it's been a little bit. It's been about 2 weeks since I played BioShock. And starting in 2023, starting in this coming week, I'm going to be properly playing BioShock 2. Because there's no holidays to celebrate. I don't have anything crazy that I need to think about. I'm just going to start BioShock 2. And that's going to run for as long as I need it to, and then we'll go straight to BioShock Infinite, and that's going to run for as long as I need it to. And then from there, I already have a list of games that I want to play in that time slot. Just to rattle off a few, we've got Dark Souls 3. We've got AI Somnium Files. Let's see. Armored Core either 2 or for Answer if I can get those set up, but those who knows. Tales of Berseria, Nier Automata, different stuff, you know? Just stuff that's either been in my backlog or I've never fully beaten. I've beaten Tales of Berseria, but I want to play it again because it's a fantastic RPG. Anyway, just stuff in my backlog or stuff that I'd want to like share and properly play. I know that some of those take a lot longer than others. And if my general stream time is roughly 3 to 4 hours, it'll be a while. Unless I set time aside like I did for the Minecraft one. I'm still 9 hours. How? I don't know if I'll surpass that again. Who knows? But yeah, that I have a lot of games, and 2023 is a long year, or I hope it's going to be a long year. So there's time to do stuff. But there's always something in my backlog that I can put in that slot, and we'll see what happens. So that's the idea. That's probably going to be on the schedule. I think for at least the lead into January, I'm going to get more consistent. I've been very sporadic with the way I've been streaming. Which is to be somewhat expected as someone who's very new to this whole thing. I have changed my schedule pretty much every week to where it's been pretty different for the past 3 weeks at least. I've had roughly 2 or 3 weeks that have been consistent, but the week before Christmas was a solid schedule, and then the week of Christmas was only 3 streams, and then this week was 4 streams, but none of the usual stuff. So yeah, after this, when we come into 2023, I want to increase my consistency in that way. So if someone hops in to a game that I've been playing regularly and says hi, it's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Instead of, well, this is new, what's this? And I have to explain. I'm still going to pick and choose because, honestly, I like playing games that I enjoy to play. But I want to streamline a little bit. Just a little. So that's the idea for January. Probably by the end of January, I'll be more comfortable with that sort of planning. And we'll see where I go from there. At one point, I hope to make chatting streams a regular thing. But I don't know. I like talking, as you can probably tell. But if I can get that Wednesday stream, which is essentially like a semi-variety stream, if I can come up with some unique ideas for different stuff on Wednesdays, but also do chats on Wednesdays, I think that'll be fun. Other than that, it's gonna be really just continuing going through the motions and like getting more used to stuff, doing stuff behind the scenes to improve the general like idea of things, and obviously starting some creative endeavors that I haven't really focused on too much over the past couple of months that I really want to get back into. Oh yeah, to throw another thing on top of the New Year's resolutions, and everyone makes this one, eat better. Seriously, I really need to start eating better. I went from eating not too much to eating way too much to eating not too much again, and I'm drinking too much coffee. Way too much coffee. So I definitely need to adjust my diet some, because every year you get a little older and every year your food affects you more. So I hope to not eat like a horrible person in like a couple of years, because who knows, maybe I'll start getting really affected by it, and I'm concerned for that. It's hard though. It's hard when you're picky and you hold true to habits. But that's everyone's resolution, and I might not even be able to stick to that one, because old habits die hard. So anyway, enough about personal stuff. Wow, we have 4 minutes left. Yeah, no, this year for all of the rigmarole has been fun though. From stuff that's happened with other content creators that I follow, like people are so cool, people are so creative, and there's been a lot of stuff that's happened this year that it was just really, really fun. For me too, like starting this whole streaming thing, this like I said, this was a passion project that had been stewing in my head for a while, and I'm glad to actually be like doing this now. So on top of all the cool stuff that happened, weirdly enough, the Game Awards happened. And like I said, I don't usually watch the Game Awards, and I was really happy to see my favorite game finally get a proper sequel. And 110%, when that releases, when Armored Core 6 releases, I don't care when it is, the whole week that thing releases will be purely dedicated to Armored Core. I will not care for anything else when that game drops. Trust me on that one. But that might be the only exception to the drop everything and play this rule. Even when games release, I might properly schedule them. Like Dead Space Remastered is coming out sometimes in early 2023, and I'm definitely going to play that. But I'm going to probably schedule it to where it's either right after a game I've been playing regularly, or in between. So that's the idea for that. But yeah, like I was shocked with the Game Awards, because I don't usually watch that, and it was probably the best Game Awards I've ever seen, which is strange. But that's behind us, and 2022 is also behind us for most of the world, and pretty soon for EST in about a minute and a half. But there are a lot of things to look forward to in 2023. It's a new start for a lot of people. There are a million things that can be accomplished in a year's time. And it's a good time to reflect back on what has been done and think about what can be done in the future. That's why I have this resolutions chart here, just with a bunch of ideas that I want to work towards. And like I said, it's a time capsule, so I'll look back on this and see whether or not I've done all the things that I've set out to do. And even if I haven't, if I'm still here, that's what counts. And I hope to still be here in a year's time. I hope to still be enjoying myself making content regardless of what it is. And just generally like enjoying my time, I don't know, just having fun. And that's probably the most important part of doing this whole thing is as long as it's fun. I feel like that's lost on a lot of people, and they get involved in the sort of the job part of content creation, but it is truly at its base entertainment, and that's the biggest part of it. Is it should be for fun. And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, EST. First part of the states to get New Year. So we're here now. We're in 2023. And yeah, so there's definitely a lot to look forward to. And I hope to still you know, do what I like to do. And maybe at one point it'll go from just like, because it is still a passion project, and I'm not 100% with it yet. Still vibing, but maybe it'll go from a thing that I just really like to do to a thing that I properly love to do. And we're getting there already, but you know, with everything takes time. So anyway, I got to the countdown. I did my resolutions. I wanted to keep this somewhat short, so I think I'll close it off here so everyone can enjoy their New Year's, and I can go and do errands because I have to. I always have to. But for everyone who tuned in during the stream and listened to me ramble, thank you so much. For anyone who's watching the VOD, hi, nice to see you. I hope you can look forward to what I have, what I can do in 2023, and I hope that your 2023 is bright and shining and wonderful, and I hope mine is too. I really do. But with that, honestly, for everything so far up to this point, up to 2023, thank you so much. I appreciate everything, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.